He is the sword of heaven, the commander of heaven's armies, and the one who cast Lucifer down demons. Flee at the sound of his name, and when the final battle comes, it will be he who stands at the front lines. This is Pantheon Mythology, and today we're exploring the question, why is Archangel Michael so feared? If you too want to be the sword of heaven, check out Pan Apparel, our brand inspired by mythology, legends, and ancient warriors. We ship worldwide and are rated excellent on Trustpilot, link in the description. Michael is more than an angel. He's a commander, a guardian, a warrior. As the prince of the heavenly host, he leads an army not for conquest, but to uphold order, standing against the forces that seek to disrupt it. Michael's role is one of war, discipline, and judgment, confronting threats wherever they emerge. His rank places him among the most powerful of celestial beings as an archangel. He is one of heaven's greatest warriors, entrusted with leading its armies and enforcing divine will. Some traditions associate him with the seraphim, the six-winged beings closest to God. Whether as a commander of angels or something greater, one thing is clear: Michael does not remain on the sidelines. When heaven acts, he leads the charge across Christian, Jewish, and Islamic traditions. Michael's name carries authority. His very name means who is like God, not as a statement of power, but as a challenge to those who seek to claim dominion over creation. Exorcists call upon him. Warriors pray to him, and his enemies are said to falter at his presence. It is believed that when his name is spoken in the face of evil darkness, recoils not simply from faith, but from the power he represents. His role is neither merciful nor cruel. He does not hesitate, nor does he engage in negotiation. When none is warranted, he's neither a messenger nor a distant overseer, but a shield against chaos and a sword against corruption. And that is why, when war threatens the balance of heaven, there is no angel the forces of darkness fear more. Michael's strength is not just in his command over heaven's armies, but in the battles he has fought among them. None were greater than his war against Lucifer. Lucifer, once among the highest of angels, rejected the celestial order. Gathering followers who sought to challenge heaven's rule, his rebellion was not a simple act of defiance, but a declaration of superiority, an attempt to claim dominion over creation itself. His pride drove him to challenge divine authority, setting into motion a conflict that would reshape the heavens. But it was not God who met his defiance, it was Michael. With the legions of angels at his side, Michael led the charge against the uprising. This was not a struggle of words, but of force, a battle that shook the foundations of heaven as Michael's forces clashed with those of Lucifer. The skies themselves trembled under the weight of their conflict. The rebellion was fierce, but Michael fought without hesitation, his command unwavering. Lucifer, once radiant and powerful, was outmatched. His blade tore through the rebel host, and with each strike, the insurrection collapsed Lucifer the most. Exalted of the fallen could not withstand him. Michael did not simply defeat him, he cast him down, stripping him of his former status and ensuring he would never again pose a threat to the order of heaven. Though Lucifer was overthrown, his influence did not disappear. Many traditions hold that Michael remains his greatest adversary, the force that keeps his power from spreading unchecked. Lucifer turned his focus toward the mortal world, seeking to deceive and corrupt, yet at every turn, Michael is the one invoked to drive him. Back the warrior called upon in moments of crisis, the shield against his influence if even the most powerful of fallen angels was unable to stand against him. What hope does any other force of darkness have Michael's battles did not end with Lucifer's fall. But unlike the rebellion in heaven where the uprising was swiftly crushed, the final battle will be different. This time, the conflict will not be limited to the celestial realm, but will encompass all of creation. Many accounts describe of an apocalyptic war, where the forces of darkness make their last stand. This is not just another battle, but a decisive confrontation, foretold since the beginning of time. Michael will not just lead heaven's forces. He will be the one to decide the outcome. Some traditions hold that he will personally subdue Satan, binding him in chains and casting him into the abyss of eternity. His role is not just that of a warrior, but of an instrument of final judgment. His purpose in the end times extends beyond battle, unlike previous conflicts. Where he wielded his sword against armies of rebels, his final duty will go further. Michael is also seen as a figure of judgment, the one who weighs the souls of the dead, measuring their deeds and determining their fate. He's no longer only a defender. He becomes the ultimate arbiter of justice. Some depictions show him carrying a celestial scale, balancing righteousness and sin. Those who stand before Michael do so, knowing that his verdict is final. He is not like guardian angels who guide and comfort Michael. Does not come to offer second chances, nor does he enter the battlefield to shift an uncertain war. The time for mercy will have passed. He does not fight for the possibility of victory. He fights to bring the final reckoning to the faithful. His presence is the assurance that heaven's triumph is inevitable to the wicked. He is the force that ensures they will never rise again. Michael is far from the gentle, ethereal figure often associated with angels. He is a warrior, a being of immense power whose presence commands. Rather than comforts, unlike angels of mercy or guidance, Michael exudes an overwhelming intensity, one that demands obedience. He does not watch from a distance. He enforces the order of heaven with unwavering authority. He is almost always depicted as armed for battle. Many accounts describe him wielding a flaming sword, a weapon said to cut through corruption itself. Others portray him with a long spear to strike down demons, with precision or chains, to bind the forces of darkness so they may never rise again. These are not just symbols. They are tools of war, each serving a purpose in its eternal struggle against chaos. His appearance reflects his nature. Many traditions describe him as an awe-inspiring figure, radiating lights so powerful it blinds those who look up to him. Clad in celestial armor, he shines with an intensity that is both magnificent and terrifying. Some say that those who counter him experience overwhelming fear, unable to move under the weight of his presence. To those who oppose him, he's not just a warrior, he's the embodiment of judgment. Michael's role shifts across different locations, but his power and command remain constant in Christianity. He is supreme commander of heaven's armies, the one who cast Lucifer down, and who will lead the final battle against evil. His role as warrior is unparalleled. He does not merely defend, he secures victory in Islam. He's known as Michael the Archangel, associated with the elements, sustenance, and divine rewards. Some interpretations suggest that he controls the forces of nature itself, maintaining balance in the world. Unlike Gabriel, the messenger, or Israfil, the angel of the final trumpet, Mig's power is tied to the fundamental workings of existence in Judaism. He is the protector of Israel, a guardian against demonic forces, and the one who intercedes on behalf of the righteous. He's described as the great prince who watches over God's people, shielding them from supernatural threats. Some accounts also associate him with guiding souls to the afterlife, ensuring only the worthy path through the gates of heaven, while Michael is known as a protector. There are also stories where he brings fear, even to mortals. Some accounts depict him as not only a warrior, but as an executioner of divine judgment in times of great sin. Michael is said to be the one who delivers punishment. Legends describe him as the one who ends the lives of the wicked, ensuring they receive the full weight of justice in these stories. There is no offer of repentance, only judgment. So then why is Michael so feared? He is heaven's mightiest warrior, the unyielding force that stands between order and chaos. He does not bargain, nor does he waver in the face of opposition when Lucifer defied the heavens. It was Michael who led the charge when the last war begins. It will be Michael who stands at the front, ensuring that darkness does not prevail. But fear of Michael is not rooted in cruelty or vengeance. He does not seek to destroy for the sake of destruction. He enforces judgment, upholds order, and ensures that no threat goes unanswered to those who call upon him. He is a protector to his enemies. He is the force that ends the battle before it begins. His name has been spoken in prayers for centuries, not just as a plea for protection, but as a declaration of strength. Whether in times of war, exorcism, or divine reckoning, Michael is the one to stand against the darkness. He's not a figure of mercy, nor one of malice. He is the one who answers when the heavens call for war.